Hi, this is TapCat, and today I want to talk about our most recent mission, which was a weird one to put it mildly. So, if you don't remember or you didn't watch it, we went on an enemy VIP extraction. And the first thing I noticed was how close the VIP was to our starting position and then also the extraction point. I'm pretty sure that I've never gotten a map quite that compact before. And my initial response was, oh man, this could be bad for us because that might mean that all of the aliens on the map are concentrated in this really small area. So I usually have a hard time finishing the enemy VIPs within the time limit. And, I was concerned about what it might be like trying to fight through all these guys, particularly with a squad that was depleted because of injuries, before we even came. So anyway, if you watch the mission, then you know what happened is as we move forward and the turns passed, we just literally never saw a single alien, which is the exact opposite of what I was afraid might happen. So while I was playing, at first I was pretty tense inside thinking that almost the further I went, the worse it would be as far as the enemies being kind of compacted in a small area. So I was waiting for that other shoe to drop, Oh, hey, great. I got a turn of dashing forward without incident, but now I'm going to pay for it because I'm going to activate like 4 pods all at once. And then, I don't know, after a couple of turns at least, I did start asking myself that question, like, is this map just bugged? And one of the things that made me think that that could be the case, besides the obvious that we weren't seeing anybody, is that the alien turn ended just like instantaneously. Usually there's a little bit of time, even if nobody's on the map, because, the software is trying to figure out where it's moving everybody and all that. Here's the thing. I didn't talk about it in the video, but I think it was at some point during the plane ride back to the Avenger. In the back of my mind, I started thinking, if this really was a bugged mission, should I even keep this in my save? Should I replay it? And I wasn't really sure. I just kept going. And then, the thing is, once I got back to the Avenger and I started scanning and now you kind of know things that are going to happen in the future, then reloading the earlier save and replaying this mission starts to feel bad because I'm starting to feel almost like I'm save scumming. Like, what about decisions I make at the Avenger? Would I make the same decisions if I didn't know what was coming? And I don't know that anything even significant, like big, happened, but you know what I'm saying. So all of this was going on just at a very low level in the back of my mind until after I stopped recording and I had a chance to really think about it. So let me just say up front, I've already recorded the next 2 installments. Okay, so as far as this mission goes, I did what I did. The game was bugged or it wasn't. Maybe it was just super weird placement of the aliens. I don't know. Because the map definitely extended farther over to what I would call our right as we went down the corridor with the, the VIP and the extraction point. So, but whichever way, okay, I did what I did and I've moved on in the campaign. So I can't and am not having any intention of going back. But what I wanted to do in this discussion is talk about, in general terms, and if anything like this ever happened in the future, what is your opinion of the right thing to do? It was a first for me. I've never quite seen anything like that before. And so the kind of momentum of just being in the moment and trying to finish the mission just carried me through. And I didn't do any deep thinking about it until later. But here's the part that bothers me about playing through and keeping it. If I went on a mission and I lost a soldier or two or failed the mission, because of an obvious bug, I wouldn't want to keep that. If you presented those facts to somebody and you said, hey, look, I lost this mission because of an obvious bug. We can all agree on that, right? So I'm not going to keep that save. I'm going to reload it and we'll play it out again. I don't think anybody would be like, oh my God, I can't believe you saved scummer, blah, 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 right? But here's the thing. If it's okay to reject a failed mission because a bug makes you fail, should you keep a successful mission that you succeeded in, at least in part? I mean, we coasted to victory because of at least what appears to be a bug. We don't know for 100%, but it's very likely. So, the ethics of that seem a little shaky to me. Like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have kept this. At the time, I was really just grateful to get through the damn thing without getting any more soldiers beat up. But in hindsight, I look back on it and I think, you know what? I probably shouldn't have kept it. I probably should have reloaded the save from, before the mission and replayed it. And I guess if it was bugged again, well, I don't know what to do at that point. I think you just would have to keep it. If there was some weirdness where no matter what you were doing, it just constantly kept coming up empty. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Like if I were to experience something like this again, then I think I wouldn't want to save this. I would go ahead and redo it. I just thought I would throw it out there and get feedback from you and see, if you agree or disagree or whatever. Again, this mission's off the table. I already moved past it, and it would really be ridiculous for me to go back now. And again, because one thing I don't like, I don't mind reloading a save in the situation that warrants it, but what gets a lot more dicey is, again, like now I've seen stuff that's coming up, and you have to acknowledge, like, well, that would affect your decision making, right? So anyway, okay, I'm probably just repeating myself now, and there's no point. So I'm going to open it up to you. Go ahead and leave me a message in the comments, whether you agree or disagree, whether you think, we should have played through or not. Although honestly, since this one's a done deal, I'm really more interested. I'm less looking for validation about what I did in this instance than I am, if in the future there's weirdness like this, what would be your preference? 'Cause we're kind of all in this together. And, I want to kind of respect the overall expectation level that you would hope to see. So let me know. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.